What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and tonight we got to talk about Shannon Sharpe's love for LeBron James and how a lot of YouTube personalities have been getting on Shannon Sharpe, specifically with this thing going on with him and Kwame Brown this week. Out of left field, they talk about Kwame's viral video where he was trying to explain LeBron had no go-to move at the end of games, and sometimes that gets LeBron in trouble. And Shannon took it very personally, like he did with the Grizzlies, and he went at Kwame Brown. But looking back on it, Steven Jackson has actually warned Shannon Sharpe about how he's overly defending LeBron and overextending his hand, going the extra mile that LeBron wouldn't go for him. And him and Kwame had similar thoughts on the LeBron James thing. Check it out.
And how'd you feel about Shannon Sharpe getting into it with Dylan Brooks?
Yeah, well, with Shannon Sharpe, that's my uncle. I love Shannon. I talk to him all the time. You just gotta remember, Bron ain't gonna run up and fight nobody for you. Keep that in mind.
Hold on, what?
Bron ain't gonna run up and fight nobody for you.
Shannon.
He has a point. Because that's not Bron's MO.
Bron ain't gonna do that.
Bron's not gonna do that.
Man, Bron can see Shannon at a restaurant get into a scuffle. If he with his family, he ain't finna run over there. That's the last thing Bron finna, so keep that in mind, Uncle Shay Shay. Bron is not gonna fight for you. I know you love him, but he's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be reciprocated.
You got too much time to fanboy over LeBron. Shannon Sharpe is gonna damn near beat somebody half to death over LeBron next year. I predict this shit. That nigga gonna be crying and, LeBron is the greatest! Angry, crazy motherfucker, you. Watch what I tell you. He gonna be fighting over LeBron next year. Watch. An actual fight. I predict this shit now. Y'all heard it here first. Shannon Sharpe is gonna be fighting over LeBron next year. Old ass 50-year-old nigga catching phase about another man. It's a damn shame. Old ass 50-year-old, 50-something-year-old fanboy football player arguing and fighting over a grown man with a wife already.
Skip, he said, you're supposed to be great? Really, Kwame, of all the people, he should never ever question anybody's greatness. Because this is what we know. If there's a Mount Rushmore for busts in the NBA history, whether he's the first head, the second head, the third, or the fourth, he's on Mount Rushmore of bust NBA players. There's no question. When Kobe scored 81, he's talking about he's hitting damn good screens. Really? Dude, you the #1 pick in the draft, and you talking about you setting screens.
Yep.
Trending. He got exactly what he wanted.
Okay.
He trended more for saying something, because sometimes, Skip, the only success you can have is taking a bite out of somebody that's successful. He trended more for what he said about LeBron than anything he ever done in the NBA.
That's a fact.
Now that's a problem. I'm just trying to figure out what was Kwame hoping to accomplish. Because he jumped on there like he's like, oh, and LeBron James, you're supposed to be a superstar. You're supposed to be one of these all-time great players. You're supposed to be? No. You were supposed to be an all-time great player. You were supposed to be a superstar. Bruh, go at Gilbert Arenas. Go at Stacks and Matt Barnes that's been on your head. LeBron James has never said anything about you. And you gonna take a shot at the man, why? Because you know what, I'm trending, and get people on my social media page, bro. You a joke. You a joke. You from the crib. You from down. You're a joke. Really, real talk. You a joke.
So you see there, Kwame is predicting that Shannon is going to jump. I don't know, if it's going to be someone on another NBA team, someone in the street, another analyst, but he's predicting his love for LeBron James and someone disagreeing with that, anybody he feels like threatens that, is going to get hands and feet put on him by Shannon Sharpe at some point. They saying that this love runs so deep that it's actually unhealthy. And Steven Jackson said, I know you love him and all that, but you can't be doing all that for LeBron because he most certainly isn't going to do that for you. And I have to say, Kwame and Steven Jackson, it's ironic because Shannon was like, go at Matt Barnes Steven Jackson one of them. So you can already see he doing like how he values class of people by who's the most popular or who he thinks was the best on the court. Because if he wanted to go at Kwame, he could have just said, you know, Kwame, don't do this, this, and this. But he don't mind sitting back seeing him going at Stack 5, Matt Barnes, and those guys going back and forth with each other. But don't come around LeBron with that, or Shay gonna be upset. And that's problematic itself. You know, a lot of people love to entertain the back and forths and all that, as long as it's who they want it to be. And Kwame wasn't really even doing a back and forth with LeBron. He was just critiquing his basketball. So it wasn't even in the manner that he and Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes were going at each other. It was just strictly about basketball. So I thought that was kind of weird, and I thought it was ironic because he was telling them to go at each other, and these two actually agree with their take on how he feels about LeBron and how it's unhealthy. And Steven Jackson has a relationship with Shannon Sharpe, but he's like, man, look, you can't be standing in front of Josh, Steven Adams, and all of them just because you're such a fan. You can't let those emotions get the best of you, end up out there 54 years old on the floor in Crypto Arena with a current NBA player. Like, he should have really been ejected that night. They didn't because it was Shannon Sharpe, but he should have been thrown out that game. You know, if E40 got thrown out in Sacramento or whatever happened there, like, same thing should have happened to Shay that night. But yeah, man, I do think, you know, there's nothing wrong with Shannon riding for LeBron. He loves him, all that. But there's no need to come at someone when their opinion differs from yours. Because Shannon spends a lot of time tearing Michael Jordan down to lift LeBron James up. You know, that's what happens on the debate show. So when someone is making their point about LeBron James, you can't get mad at that. If they're saying something LeBron is weak at to make their case for Jordan being the GOAT, you can't be mad at that because that's what you do with MJ every time it comes up. So, yeah, man, I want to know what you guys think about this in the comments, though. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.